Today we're going to talk about a really simple, but honestly powerful idea. What if your yoga practice was built completely, 100% around you, not the other way around? We're going to look at a one-on-one approach, using the philosophy of Pratimoksha Yoga Studio to see how a truly personal practice can just change everything.
So let me ask you this. Does a one-size-fits-all class really fit you? I mean, have you ever walked into a group yoga class and just felt a little out of place? Maybe you felt a bit intimidated, or you were just wishing you could get some more specific guidance? It can really feel like you're trying to squeeze into a mold that wasn't made for you.
And that's where this whole philosophy really shifts your perspective. The goal isn't just about twisting your body into some kind of pretzel. The core idea here is that yoga is way beyond just the asana or the pose. It's so much deeper and so much more personal than that.
Okay, so if that big group class isn't quite clicking for you, what's the answer? Well, it's a personalized approach. It's one that's designed to let you really focus on your own body, your specific conditions, and learn at a pace that feels right, that feels truly yours.
Just imagine this for a second, a session where all the focus is entirely on you, your goals, your needs, your body. That right there is the heart of a one-on-one class. The practice stops being generic, and instead it becomes uniquely and powerfully yours.
All right, so let's get into the good stuff. What are the actual benefits of going down this path? We're going to break down exactly why a personal session can make such a huge difference in your whole yoga journey.
Well, for starters, these points get right to the heart of the matter. You can finally feel more at ease, without all that social pressure or anxiety. You get complete, undivided attention. And this is huge. The class is customized to your body, which makes it way more effective and, frankly, safer. It's also a fantastic, gentle way to get back into practice after therapy. When you put them side by side like this, the difference is just night and day, right? On one side, you have the general instructions of a group class, but on the other, you have this completely tailored experience of a one-on-one session. It's a total shift from a fixed pace for the whole room to a pace that is all your own.
Okay, so I know what you might be thinking. A personal session. What does that even look like? Sounds kind of mysterious, maybe even a little intimidating. But it's actually really structured and super approachable. So let's pull back the curtain and see what a class is actually like.
So a typical session for a beginner is actually really beautifully balanced. You start with a nice warm-up, then you move into Surya Namaskar, you probably know it as sun salutations, then you get into some focused breathing exercises, and you finish with some deep relaxation. See? Each part gets its own time, creating this wonderful methodical flow. But here's the magic. Inside that structure, that's where the real personalization happens. Your warm-up might target your stiff shoulders, your sun salutations might be modified for an old knee injury, and the breathing exercises, they might be chosen specifically to help with your anxiety. Now that is the difference.
And hey, while you're getting all that amazing mental clarity, you're also getting a real workout in. A session like the one we just walked through can burn around 300 calories. So it's the perfect blend of that mental calm and some really healthy physical activity.
So you might be wondering, where does this really thoughtful approach come from? Who's behind it? Let's talk a little bit about the studio, because the experience behind the practice is every bit as important as the practice itself.
Well, this isn't something that just popped up overnight. This approach is really built on decades of experience. The founder, Miss Lalitha Viswanath, actually started teaching over 19 years ago. The studio itself opened its doors in Dubai back in 2016, and it's been growing and evolving ever since. That shows some serious dedication.
I mean, let's just pause on that number for a second. 19 plus years of teaching experience. That's not just a number. That represents a deep, deep well of knowledge that guides every single session. It means you are in very, very experienced hands.
And just on a practical note, for anyone thinking about scheduling, the studio has a really flexible schedule. You've got a good range of morning and evening slots most days, which definitely makes it easier to fit a session into a crazy week.
So when you boil it all down, what is this approach really about? It's about taking the deep, true essence of yoga and making it work for our modern lives. The focus is always on your well-being, not just on whether you can nail a complex pose.
So if you're going to walk away with just 3 things to remember, let them be these. This one-on-one journey is deeply personalized. It's designed to be totally stress-free, and it is guided by genuine, long-standing expertise.
And all of this leads us to one final question, something for you to think about. After hearing about this other way, this more personal way, Are you ready to discover a yoga practice that is truly, completely, 100% yours?